Hey there, how's it going? Interesting Saturday today, isn't it? At least for me it is. It's strange weather and actually I feel really good, even though I slept like shit again. Hi Neris, how are you doing? I wanted to look at some videos today about martial arts. That's what I initially aimed to do. However, I wasn't aware, but um, having some tentacle salad. Oh, that sounds that sounds pretty great. But no, what I was saying is I was gonna do that, and I'm still going to do it. But I'm gonna take some time right now in the beginning to just ask you what the fuck is wrong with you. Like seriously, what the fuck is wrong with people? I don't know for what reason, but YouTube just decided to throw at me while I was browsing like earlier before I started with my breakfast, which didn't include coffee. So I'll just go and make coffee after I'm done telling you this. But yeah, YouTube fed me like this thing with Asmongold, and not just Asmongold, but others as well, where they're now like they gave up on the apparently on the LGBTQ stuff and the other stuff like the plus stuff, right? But not on the T stuff, so not on the trans stuff. So now their last leg of bigotry, their last line of bigotry defense, um, in resisting actually becoming proper human beings, is that trans people shouldn't be accepted, let's say. And the arguments for that are just embarrassing, and especially like figures like Asmongold and Elon Musk, of course, and some others who have now chimed in, so to speak, with their disgusting little voices on Twitter and whatnot. They seem to be saying some really wild shit. And all this is leaving me wondering, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people at this point? Like, seriously, why resist? Why resist? Why think? So here's the thing: resistance, the way that they say it, seems to imply that there is a war going on and that somebody is assaulting them, right? No one is fucking assaulting them. They are passively aggressively pushing. The question is why? Like, no, for real, like why? And I heard so many strange arguments that quite honestly just depressed me. Such as, for example, LGBT. Oh, yeah, biology doesn't affect gender. Also, LGBT. Remove genitals, add boobs, whatever. Is that the level of fucking understanding and comprehension these people have? Like, that is so sad. I'm not gonna go into it too much, don't worry. There are far better people, far more qualified, including most of science. Um, and I say most because, yeah, there are bigoted scientists, obviously, and other stuff. Um, but objectively, it is like, it is factually correct that all this shit is debunkable as fuck. It has been debunked. And these people are far better at doing it than I am. So I don't have like an inkling of will left to just tell you about it, like how I feel. So all I'm gonna say is like, my dudes, are you fucking okay? Like, is everything okay? Like, are you hurting? Like, what's wrong? I mean, yeah, we know that Trump and Elon are hurting from stupidity. Probably Asmongold too, but what about the rest of you guys? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need like a friend or something, like a hug? What's going on? Like, it is so ironic to me because some people are saying, "Oh, the closer we get to 1984, like the book, it's the more dystopian the future becomes, and all that." And then they go and do the same to other people based on their gender. Like, why? trying to appeal to very uneducated and very insecure masses. Yeah, they are. And it's scary. It's scary, but at the same time, listen, if you succumb to fear, you might as well just give up and go live in a mountain. You know that? You can't really just let it be. You know, that's the thing. You can't really let it be. I don't know. It is so silly that, like, for example, no one to me for example, right, let's say I watch a show on YouTube sometimes, whenever it pops, right? Because I don't really follow stuff on YouTube in the sense of like watching something all the time. But if it pops often and I watch it often and it's often entertaining and informative, I am more inclined to watch more, and so I get fed more and blah blah. You know how this works. And so there is this show called The Line, right? And I wish that's what I'm gonna say. I wish that like the people on that show who are very qualified would, for fuck's sake. Okay, sorry for that. What's my phone? I wish the people who were qualified would pop into Asmongold's show on Twitch, into his channel, or that they would invite him to openly discuss this shit. You know, I feel there needs to be more interaction, positive interaction between all these opposing sides, instead of like everyone doing their own thing in their own corner in this situation, because it feels to me like, and that's like where I'm going with this, right? It feels to me that sooner or later, the way that we are going right now, it's going to be just oppression left and right, and nothing else. Oppression, separation, and exclusion. And nobody fucking wants that. Nobody in their sane minds want that. And it's one of those times when I'm really hoping what people say, that like, oh, you know what? There is this theory that the internet only makes like a very minuscule amount of people of the Earth's population or something. I hope that's true. And I hope that most of you fuckers out there don't embrace bigotry and racism and phobia. I hope to fucking God, even though I'm not religious, that you are not like that out there. It is disgusting and very alarming. But anyway, I also, on a positive note, it does also feel that all the known bigots, the usual suspects, are getting so desperate in trying to fight back, quote unquote, because there's nothing to fight. There is no war. There's nothing going on in that context. Nobody. There's no like battalion of trans people trying to enforce rule or something. There's nothing going on. These people are just racists, legitimately. So I hope that they kind of like lose this foothold as well, and then just have nowhere to fall back to, other than their respected personal opinion, even though absolutely wrong and horrible. Um, because to me, at least, somebody doomsaying in a corner is just at best amusing, I guess, and nothing else. And that's what these people should be. Like amusing, if not offensive, in a corner. With no leg to stand on. No fucking leg to stand on, legitimately. Which is where they're going to go, because what else are they going to argue next? That like we're a different. I mean, they're already arguing that like trans people are a different species and not human. I actually saw that. Somebody actually supporting the idea that we are a separate species. As in, not a separate gender or sex, but a separate species from humans. And that is like, wow. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? It's like, I don't even know where to start from the fact that, like, we accept people like Trump, and I'm not political, but you know how Trump is, right? We accept these people openly, but no, trans people are bad. But voting for Trump is good. How? Like what standards are these? I think I think people are generally really fucking dumb these days. I think people are really fucking dumb these days. Legit. I don't know. I'm extremely depressed by this. Extremely saddened, not depressed. I don't know what to tell you. I think like somebody should probably chat up Asmongold and be like, hey, you know, come over to the show and let's talk about it with actual fucking scientists with credentials and have a talk that doesn't include like cockroaches and dead rat alarms and memes and you know just be far be removed for a second from the protection of your zealots and just allow yourself to be openly challenged on a serious level, not on a meme, haha, I'm twitching, I'm streaming on Twitch kind of level, and just have a conversation, a recorded conversation where you're gonna get demolished, you know, and then sent home. So that then people can hear what you have to say about you getting demolished in a proper conversation with an actual fucking scientist, you know. But I'm pretty sure people will still say, don't worry, Asmongol, we got your back. Let's all be racist together. But you know, that's fine because that's gonna be like just a corner, as I said. You know, they're gonna be doomsaying in a little corner, like fucking old men yelling at the clouds or something. It's, I don't know, like seriously, it's so weird. It's so weird, honestly. And it all begins from a very simple thing as well. This thing is like, to me, I have a feeling that even if I was the worst racist that ever existed, I would still be able to say, I think, I'm not sure because I'm not a racist, but I think I think if I was as smart as I was now, which that's like a paradox because you can't be smart and a racist, but you know by virtue of being a racist. But let's say that you were slightly racist, right? Like just I don't know how to better put it. I'm just trying to say that like I think even under the most dire um, effects of brain damage, I would still be able to at least say live and let live, like just don't matter. It doesn't matter what other people do because it doesn't affect you. Like it just doesn't matter. It just legitimately doesn't fucking matter. So even if I was extremely like I don't know, like separated from humanity and from reality, and then I was like a straight white man or whatever, and then I saw like a trans person, I think I'd still be able to say, okay, they're doing their thing. I don't understand it. Maybe I don't even respect it. And hint, you don't have to. Just fucking mind your fucking business. You know. I'd still be able to say, yeah, okay, I'll just mind my business. Like, well, what does it matter to me? Even under the worst circumstances, I could still deduce with my one brain cell that like, yeah, okay, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, and the fact that people can't even do that is crazy. And then they go and say like, oh, but it's the other side that fights us and keeps pushing. We are not pushing. We just want the same rights that we should have as humans because we are humans. It is so fucking simple. And all this is lost to people. Like, I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. Would you want, like, your teacher to be a trans person? Yeah, if they're a good teacher, sure. You know? Why are people confusing? Like, being trans does not mean you're an angel. All right? Of course, there's going to be people with let's say, um, gender identity questions, let's put it that way, who may be horrible people. Nobody's asking to absolve those, you know. But we are asking for fair treatment and equal treatment, right? And rights. No one is saying, oh, because you're trans, you're now exempt from crime or something. Like, what are these straw man arguments? Like, nobody's fucking saying anything like that. Or the other thing, like, oh, most trans people have mental issues. My guys, you are causing these mental issues because just whatever I said up until to this point. Like this persecution, this fucking witch hunt, this like policing. It's insane to me that people are so fucking dumb. Like we wonder how Trump got fucking elected or how can he be so stupid. Have you seen the people that Trump governs? So the majority of America, like you guys are fucking morons. You guys are legitimately fucking morons. And the irony is like, oh yeah, I didn't vote Trump because Trump is like so bad. Now let me oppress like the people that I think I should be the Trump of, the equivalent, of Trump too. Are you so dumb? Are you so fucking dumb? Trump years ago said, I'll build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. And now you, the same people who are saying like, oh, Trump was horrible for saying that, are like, we should build a wall and keep the trans people out. You, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, God. We are fucked. Like, if this continues, like, not because of the debate of trans people or around trans people or LGBT, um, but this how the brain of the average person functions, if this continues, if this doesn't change, in 50 years we will have reverted to literal fucking techno barbarians, and that would also probably be more beneficial than what we have now, because at least everyone will be minding their own business and farming mutated pigs or something, and they won't be bothering with like what the other person is doing with their life, like legit. It's so fucking crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Absolutely fucking insane. It's batshit crazy, dude. Wake up. Like you are like, if you buy into this shit, my guys, you have to fucking wake up. It's the literal moment where somebody has to tell you, wake up, sheeple. Like unironically has to tell you that because you unironically need to fucking hear it. It's legitimately embarrassing that you're persecuting people. Like, what are you? The fucking Inquisition? What are you? Legitimately, what's going on at this point? Imagine trying to deprive other people of their rights and having an opinion about their pronouns. Just use the pronoun they want, you idiot, you fucking maggot, legitimately. Why is it such a debate? Like, why are people talking about it again? Like, it's so many years after we first decided that as a human species we should accept more of each other enough that people can come out of hiding from persecution. And it's years after that, and people are coming out, and there is so much backlash of the worst fucking imaginable kind that it's embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Legitimately, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I am. I am just disappointed. Like, I'm not even sad, I'm just disappointed. I am so fucking disappointed. The this whole thing is so tiring. The whole usage of the word woke, the whole persecution of LGBT, and now they're trying to separate the T and the and all this is so fucking tiring, my guys. Like your brain cells, stop it. You're losing them. You're losing your brain cells. You're harming yourself. You're living under constant aggression. You're aggressive. It's insane. You're burning your body out. Thinking about what other people do with their fucking pronouns. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid, legitimately? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start. Go on YouTube, go on Google, become educated and question yourself. Fucking question, examine your fucking thoughts. Examine your thoughts. You are not okay, my dudes. You are not okay. If it's 2025 and you're still using the word woke, you are not okay, my dude. There's something wrong with you. You have to fucking look it up. Like you have to look into it. You gotta get it checked. There's something wrong with you. If you're still like denying even the existence, because some people deny the existence of trans people, by the way. But if you're an Asmongold follower, do something about yourself. Like seriously, just fucking educate. I approach a trans person and befriend them. Okay? Like just do that. Just try that. Just try it. Just try that. And see how that changes you. You know? But do make sure they're a good person as well. Like, because as I said, like of course there can be bad apples everywhere, right? Bad apples and good apples and everything in between everywhere. So just go talk to the person. Like go talk to them. Just say hello. They're gonna say hello to you. It's absolutely there's nothing wrong. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you creating this fucking separation of us and them? There is no us and them. You're just holding on to fucking racism. You're holding on to bigotry. Like, for what? Like, for what? Like, what's the reason? What is at the core of this? What is at the core? Like, sit down and ask yourself, why? Why do I hold these beliefs? Like, no, for real, like, why? Science proves A, B, and C. Proper science, not pseudoscience and fucking Prager, you know? So why am I still holding on to this belief? Like why? What am I taking out of this? Is it that I feel protected by my peers? Is it that I feel validated? You can get these things in much healthier ways, I promise you. I fucking promise you. And even if you're all into, oh, I should be a strong male figure and stand on my own, then motherfucker, stand on your own. Why do you need these rhetorics? Stand on your own two legs. You decide. Cut off your umbilical cord to Asmongold's fucking, penis, and move on with your life. And if should you encounter a trans person, give it a chance and see for yourself. And there you go. You're your own man now. Congratulations. Like these ideals and thoughts are to me so fucking abominable that I can't fucking understand people. Legit, I cannot fucking understand people, my guys. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it, but I am absolutely disappointed. You know how I always say, if I have faith in one thing, that's humanity and love, right? I believe in humans. I believe that deep down, we can coexist. We can put away our differences, accept each other, and all that. And things like this, they fucking disappoint me endlessly. They disappoint me. I just legitimately lose my faith in humanity. A Twitch streamer with thousands of followers saying things such as trans are not people, they're creatures. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! And to think that during the time when Asmongold, like the human wearing Asmongold suit, meat suit, came out and shared some things about why are you that way? Remember that video where honestly I found it endearing and I could relate to Asmongold, for example. And I'm using Asmongold because it's a very known figure, but there are many other bad apples out there that are doing what he's doing on larger or smaller scales. But Asmon is somebody everybody recognizes, and especially on Twitch. And hey, I'm on Twitch, so it's super relevant. So here we go. That's why I'm using Asmongold as an example, right? So when he did that video, I was like, no, I get you, my guy. I get you. Okay, life's been rough, this and that. I sympathize, you know. And then he goes like, yeah, trans people aren't people. Like, there he goes. Whoever that was on that video jumped inside the unwashed skin suit of the persona that you see and is now riding the hate train. And you're like, okay, that's pretty fucking crazy. That's fucking insane. Wow, I am amazed. I don't know. I feel so disappointed in everything. No, no, not Asmongold. It's just in everything. I just feel so disappointed. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I don't get it. Like to me, this is a great opportunity to fucking leave the fucking planet. Legit, take a fucking spaceship and just leave. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I just had to let this out. I don't know. I had to let this out. It's pretty fucking insane what's going on. Pretty fucking insane. People going, I have to hire them now? Yes, you do. Equal opportunities. You do have to hire trans people. You do have to hire gay people because it doesn't matter. Are they good at their jobs? Yes or no? That's what matters. What do you mean, do I have to hire them? You don't have to hire anyone. But if they qualify, you should hire them. By law. What does it matter what they are? My god, like people are so fucking stupid. People are so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable. It's fucking stupid completely. If in the off chance that you're watching this and you are like, I don't know, one of the people I'm calling stupid, just stop and ask yourself. Just stop. Just fucking stop and ask yourself, like, why are you doing all this? Why do you have these thoughts? Like, well, who hurt you? Legitimately, like, just ask yourself. Maybe go in front of a mirror and say, why am I hating people? Like, when did it come to this? That I, Bob or Jim, or Maria or whatever, why am I hating? Why am I sitting here feeling hatred about some other people just because of their gender or their preferences? Like, just ask yourself a little bit. Like, why? Legitimately, why? And start from there. And then educate yourself, Read proper material, find proper sources and information, and by all means, be your own man and woman. You don't need all these figures to tell you what to feel and think, you know? Do your own research and then let it be challenged. And then, after it gets challenged and demolished, build it back up until you reach a scientifically sound conclusion. And then ask yourself, why did I not, like, you know, think of this earlier? Why was I like this? I mean, you'll be embarrassed at how you are currently. once you reach that level. I promise you that. You're going to be embarrassed. You're probably, if you're half a decent person, you'll probably be embarrassed the moment you do what I said. When you go into your mirror and say, why am I a person who sits here and like just hates a certain group of people? What does that do for me? Why am I trying to say that they shouldn't have the same rights as I do? Like that alone should embarrass you. The fact that you have to do this process should embarrass you already. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm done with that shit. Um, I'm gonna make some coffee. I'll be right back. We're gonna watch some martial arts video, okay? Um, my God. Yeah, nah, it is insane. But I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. I need coffee. Give me 5. All right, I'm back. Anyway, whatever I said before, I left for coffee. Thank you. Um, it's to express, it's not even to convince you about anything or to talk to you about anything or to wake you up about anything. It's just to express my own just disappointment with humans, I guess. It is like, yeah, I was just feeling horrible, secondhand embarrassment from all these fucking humanoids at this point, ironically. And all the hate mongering and all the bigotry and the racism. I just expressed it like, ooh, boy, that was like a severe dose of that for a Saturday morning. And that the new fads that these guys are coming up with are more ridiculous than ever. I guess that's the TLDR. Like, it's getting so fucking weird. I can't wait to see what their next claim is going to be. Honestly, at this point, there aren't many places where they can go narratively, having been debunked like left and right all the time. So I wonder what they're gonna come up with next. Maybe you know what they call transness or whatever. Maybe they'll tell us it was a virus released like I don't know from whatever happened in Area 51 or something, and we just don't know it. Like, where can they go narratively at this point? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what kind of mental gymnastics those fucking bigoted brains are gonna come up with. Like, I cannot fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait to hear what they have to say next because their claims are getting more and more outrageous, honestly, with its fucking iteration of arguments they concoct, which is like just yeah, I don't know. It's amusing and disappointing at the same time, and I don't fucking know what to tell you. All right, so you know how this works. We're going to watch some nonsense. I'm gonna bring this right here. Sorry, I just slept again at 4 o'clock, which is an improvement over 5 o'clock the last few days. I'm gonna improve it more over to like 3 o'clock, and then two, and then one. But until it works, I'm kind of wrecked. And so I'm yawning, you know. I don't know if you noticed, but the last few streams have been very, very yawny. And that's the reason. I kind of slipped, you know, with my sleeping schedule. But I'll get there. I'll get there again. I've done it like a billion times. But in other good news, I'm eating really healthy lately. Like, really healthy. Um, I am doing my best. And what remains is, and what I still struggle with, is really for real, for actual real getting back into working out. And that is the last peak I have to conquer, let's say. Like, if I do that, if I manage to convince myself that yes, it I should do this, then like I can feel that my life is going to improve so much. Like my mood, my sleeping schedule, everything is going to improve so much. Unfortunately, it's the last boss. Like, I got the eating down. I'm eating really well, and it should be a matter of time before I start losing weight. If I haven't already, by the way. But yeah, but working out is the final boss. It is legitimately. You know how I burned out on Warframe and I said I just can't ever play that game ever again? I just literally can't play that game ever again. Yeah, it's the same with working out. After so many years, like more than a decade of consecutive working out and training and training and training and training, and I know it's been ages since, but it has also been ages, like half my life, and I'm 43, and half my life I've been fucking working out and practicing and training, and like I don't. It's just a burnout, man. It's just a burnout. I don't know. More than 10 years of martial arts and then also another 10 years of my own training. I'm just and all in my lonesomeness, like that those years of my own training were very very lonely. I just worked out by myself and shit. And I don't know, I have burned out on that, I don't know. But if I manage to convince myself, yep, that's gonna be great. I'm at the stage where, at the very least, I think about it every day. You might laugh about it, like, oh yeah, she's thinking about it, whatever. But in reality, it's honestly how things start. At least for me, it's like when I can't get it out of my head that I should do it. That's when I know I'm close to actually subconsciously just start doing it, even if it's just from like literally pressuring myself. Because let's face it, working out is something that when you start or restart, it's about how far you can press yourself without feeling the side effects of doing so, if that makes sense. And if you keep pressing yourself, if you keep pushing without breaking these boundaries, because that's going to send you back to tile one, the more you increase your chances of it sticking, you know? And all it is like 2 or 3 weeks. If you make it through that, it's gonna stick. But 1 week is nothing, and 2 weeks is almost nothing. But do it 3 weeks, it's likely gonna stick, right? So far, I've done multiple tries where I lose it at one or at week 1 or 2. I just cannot fucking cross a threshold, and I must, you know. And it doesn't help that every time that I fail to do so, it becomes a little bit harder for the next time that I try, you know? But it also depends on mood, of course. And then, you know, obviously mood is also depending on like your sleeping patterns, like how much fun you're having, all that shit. So everything is a little bit intertwined, and I'm trying to like just improve across, let's say. But I've allowed myself to vape, and that helps kinda. That kind of like that is like my, oh yeah, you don't do this, you don't do that, you're not eating like a fucking pig anymore, blah blah blah. You can vape, you know. I can, at least you can vape. That's it, you know. So I've allowed myself that, so that's fine. I do that. Anyway, let's press this magical button over here, and then this other thing over here, and then uh, where is it? This should be it. Okay. And then we choose one. This famous coach destroyed my ego fast. I found our video. I won't have my ego destroyed.
Francis and
Ah! Jesse, what the fuck, man? Oh my god. Take my subscription. You scared me. Anyway, okay. After that jump scare, let's allow the person to talk normally, okay? And see what I can do with sound. So this is a sound check.
Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet. So today, I'm training with his coach, Dewey Cooper.
Over here.
There's just one problem.
Whatever you do with one.
Is this okay sound-wise? Is this fine for you? Can you hear it through my speakers? Let's try the scream in the beginning.
Francis Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet.
It
So
seems
today,
like you can
I'm
hear me
training
over
with
them,
his
right?
coach, Dewey Cooper.
And you can't hear it through my own fucking thing either, apparently. Is this perfection? Have we reached that point? Maybe, wait a minute.
Over here.
There's just one problem.
Whatever you do with one side ain't got shit to do with the other side. You can't have it down here.
A lifetime of corruption.
Okay, this seems good because like I only have to pause and talk, right? Okay, so you know what this is. All the usual disclaimers still stand. You know, I'm just a girl on the internet watching shit and then saying like, yeah, you should do this or that. It's just commentary. It's just, yeah, you know how it goes. Let's fucking watch it.
Francis Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet. So today, I'm training with his coach, Dewey Cooper.
Hook, over here.
There's just one problem.
Whatever you do with one side ain't got shit to do with the other side. You can't have it down here.
A lifetime of karate training
Whatever you do with one side doesn't have to do. Yeah, I can agree with that statement. It's the same, not just vertically, but also horizontally. Like whatever your upper body is doing doesn't have shit to do with what your lower body is doing.
has left me with some bad habits.
The recall of this punch is your next punch.
And if I
That is also true. But that is like going into the other direction where your body, like the way that you strike sometimes, can be arranged in such a way that it will facilitate a following movement. But that, or the more that you do that, then the more telegraphed and predictable it becomes, right?
don't fix these things, I might lose my full contact fight at the end of this video.
Move your hand.
Luckily, I brought some moral support.
We got Michael J. White in the building.
And while I'm warming up, he will practice his kicks.
4, 6, 7, 8.
Listen, no shade, but if you're going to do that, don't support yourself.
Now, I fought in China several different times. They took me to the Shaolin Temple. This is the drill I learned from there. We call it Shaolin kicks. 4.
So what I mean by that is, you see how Mr. White is supporting his weight here. I would rather that, like for my personal training, what I did was when I was practicing martial arts, I was like, hey, if the rest of my body cannot support the rest of my body, then before worrying about whether or not I can kick like 1,000 times, I should worry about whether or not I can keep my body in balance enough to even begin thinking about doing multiple kicks. Otherwise, it's worthless.
4. Yes, 5. Legs stay straight, lock that
This though is a good exercise. What he was doing there, that's a good exercise.
quad in. When we throw real kicks, the major muscles take over. So these secondary muscles don't get too much work.
This.
That's why we isolate, do it slow, which makes your kick even more strong and more accurate. Best side kicks in the business. That's 11. Man, I felt the heel hard. The heel felt like iron. 24, 25. Training with the Shaolin monks, real talk.
These repetitions though can help that particular group of muscles and can help you maybe perfect that particular motion if you just want to focus on like this part of your body only. Like, wait,
Heel felt like iron. 24.
on this movement, on this mechanic that he's doing right here, if you want to very specifically practice that, then yeah, you would want to support yourself because you will not be able to indefinitely stay in balance. Ideally, you should be wanting to, but
5. Training with the Shaolin monks, real talk. I even brought a camera and recorded some of the secret stuff we weren't even supposed to record because I knew no one would fucking believe I went to the Shaolin Temple. Man, my legs are pumped. It hurting now. 2 weeks of this shit, like 3 times a week, your kick's gonna be even greater and harder than what they already throw, and you won't feel this no more. Okay, we're gonna do warm-up drills, going like 40, 50%.
And what do I hit, those or you?
No, this, the pads.
Okay. One, this way.
This one.
Okay.
For this one. This one for this one. Yes.
So across.
1.
that is my current physique. That's what I'm trying to shed. I need to shed that 100%.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 with a skip. 1, 2, control your arms. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now run them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey.
Damn, that looks more like preparation for soccer or football, depending on your country, than martial arts, to be honest. But not that it's not healthy. One thing though.
Now run them. 1, 2.
All right, one thing here, which Jesse might not be doing.
So across.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So yes, he appears to be using the ball of his foot, which is very nice. Okay, but there is one problem.
What do I hit, those or you?
No, this, the pads.
Okay. One, this way.
This one.
Okay.
For this one for this one. Yes.
So across.
All right. So here is the problem as I see it. When you perform, like, there is a misconception that this kick or such a kick is performed with a motion that goes like this. If you follow my mouse, right? Okay, but here is the thing. Wait, I'll just let me blank it a bit, and then find MS Paint because yeah, we're going there. Okay, time to bring you back. Okay, so sure, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let me zoom in. So what he's doing is like, wait, where is like does this amazing? Okay, though I now can't see you. 1 second. Let's make it smaller because I don't need the whole of the blackboard to show you stuff. Okay. So what he's going to do, like this is his leg, right? He's going to do this. That's what he's doing. Okay. That's what he's doing. I'm pretty sure.
Cross.
Yep, that's what he's doing. But that's not what you should be doing. This is not it. What it is assuming that you're like this person, okay? So the first thing you need to do is, and I'm going, I'm going the other way, but like I'm afraid I'm going to run out of space, so that's fine. First, get your leg up there, okay? Fold it, and then extend it, and that's how you do just a simple front kick. That's how you do it. The motion is your foot with the ball here, hitting the target, going forward, you know? It's not your foot kicking that way. And there are many, I hope it makes sense. And there are many reasons for that. And one of them is that for especially during training, and that's only this is just the surface of why you shouldn't be doing this, okay? But especially during training, if you are putting this kind of motion into your knee, it's going to damage it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 9 with a skip.
This movement will damage your knee eventually.
1, 2, control your arms. 3, 4, 5.
Because the moment that, unless you are very careful, which Jesse might be, I cannot tell. No, he's not. I can see now that he's not. There is tension here that is unnecessary on the knee by doing this. And there is also less strength because you're fighting gravity. You're trying to raise your leg, right? And go there. It gets alleviated a little bit because
Now run him.
he first raises his thigh, then raises the knee. It alleviates it a little bit, but it also removes strength.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey. Last one. You're going to go front, round, front, round, front, round. Only thing you're doing different on the round kick.
That's not going to do
Finish your
anything to
foot.
anyone.
1, 2, 4,
That might do something to someone.
9. Hey. Yes.
Let me see something here.
Pivot your foot. 1,
Okay.
2, 4.
I don't think that's the ball of the foot. So here is the thing. While a slap with the upper part of the foot will still hurt tremendously, a proper strike with the ball of the foot will hurt more, and with your toes even more if you've hardened them, right? Because that is going to hurt you more if you haven't hardened your toes, for example. But the ball of the foot is easy to harden. Mine is, and I fucking hate that. And part of my toes are hardened, which I also hate now because years afterwards they feel like they're fucking made of fucking clay or something, and they feel horrible. But hey, that's the price, right? But anyway, yeah.
5,
Again, we see a full
Hey,
extension, which
4, 5.
we see again. This is like so form-wise. This is awesome. Like I really like Jesse's like form here. Like he looks great, right? However, a lot of that could be done better, in the sense of like that even a sidekick, and I'm using terms that are familiar to you. Even a sidekick isn't necessarily something you should telegraph, but rather it's almost the same as the kick that I described earlier, except near the end of the strike, you just twist your waist, right? So that your foot can dig into a person's sides, which otherwise a front kick, as such as I described earlier, would not be able to target these parts of a person, right? Because it's front. But if you twist your body, you can then make it as such that it will strike here. Do you understand? Because I can draw it for you after I'm back. I need 5, and I'll be back and draw it for you. Legitimately, I will. All right, I'm back. So, where is paint again? Oh my god, I closed it, didn't I? Wait. Amazing. So, what I'm saying is, let's say, how will I make you understand this? Let's see. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Let's assume that this is a target, right? Don't worry about the exaggerated proportions or anything. But let's say this is a target, right? Okay. And this is the head. This is exaggerated, by the way. And these are the arms, let's say. Okay. And these are the legs. All right. So a side strike or a strike to the sides is aiming here. Does that make sense? Not necessarily in the torso, but this applies also to the legs and everything. If you imagined everything being like this, designed like this, then your target area is here, right? Um, let's say, or you know, the side of the neck or the side of the face or whatever else you want. But I'm trying to explain that it is the side, right? And the other side, which we can't see right now because of the perspective, okay? So, and this is exaggerated, of course, but you can understand that I'm trying to make his body into a target, right? Um, and so, what you're trying to do with the sidekick is strike in these areas, right? So here's the problem: if my strike comes like this, that's too telegraphed. And remember, I'm always assuming neutral stance and nothing going on, which means that you haven't created an opportunity to use a different type of striking. We are examining the situation as is presented to us in the video, where both fighters are in neutral stance and there is nothing going on. Nobody has set up anything. It's just it's first contact, and it's like, yeah. So in that case, if you try to do that, like that is like telegraphed completely. Anybody with any form of passive defensive stance is going to avoid like any major damage and is probably going to capitalize on your telegraphing, which is made worse if you're hitting with this area of the foot as opposed to the ball of the foot, right? Because this creates more surface that can be blocked, whereas this uh, smaller penetrates. Okay. And the toes again, like if you harden the toes, of course, but like again, that's up to you or whatever. But this will also still hurt, I guess, if it lands, as I said. But good luck. And anyways, so how you would do that is once more you wouldn't legitimately raise your leg to the side so that you're like Jesse here, but with the leg folded, and then boom, you extend. That's not it. It is performed in the same way that the other one was performed, as in that you will. Okay, this is you. All right, you will bring your thigh up. Okay, no need to fold your leg too hard. Just bring your thigh up. Okay, at which point you would be looking a little bit like this, right? A little bit like that. Don't ignore the arms, because proper arm posture is something I've shown you. Even I haven't even just discussed it. I've shown it to you on camera. But let's say that you're like this for now. Okay. Wow. Um, and now you want to hit the sides, right? So the motion will be very similar to what you did before, but you're going to twist a little bit. Okay. So that if you extend your foot now, instead of the foot going there, right, it goes there. And because it's twisted, that is going to be the ball of your foot impacting. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Huh? You see, it's the ball of your foot is now impacting here, but you haven't telegraphed because it's the same. Like before, you did this small twist of your waist, right, and of your back leg to support it. Before you did that, it's a straight strike. You just transform it at the last second so that your ball of your foot can insert itself to the side of the target as opposed to the front of the target. I hope that made sense. I've shown this on camera, so you should know what I'm talking about if you've watched like those videos, right? But let's move on. But that's how you do a side kick, if you want to call it that. But again, you shouldn't be calling them front kick and side kick. You should be calling them, I want to strike at this target in a straight line with economy of movement and preservation of stamina and as maximum effect as I can. And I want to strike using this body part or that body part. And this is how you start understanding what moves are appropriate for what targets and like what kind of motions. And you know, anyway, I've discussed all that, so moving on.
Hi. Hey, yes, Big D. We're gonna give him the Furious 5.
I'm done already.
And you're going power, okay? Hit me hard. The treacherous 10 is 124 kicks. So be happy that we're doing the Furious 5. I'm in a bad mood now, damn it. Your basic round kick. I don't care if you throw a Korean style, Japanese style, Chinese style, or Thai style. Just fucking kick me hard.
Okay.
Yes, that's one. That's two. That's 8. Be accurate. That's 9.
Here is a problem. This is not good balance. You can tell because a lot of his weight is there. You have to go in.
Good. Give me the last one. I need one thing we don't do. I got a rule. The last goddamn kick cannot be lighter than the first 9. So finish that fucking kick, please, sir. Yes. And sorry for cursing, but you're not gonna beat someone up for 4 minutes and 58 seconds and say, okay, it's over, boom, get caught with the last technique.
Yeah.
So always think about finishing. When the amount of reps are done or the time is over, then you're back to a normal human being.
Yeah.
Right now, you're the superhero version of yourself.
All right, so I'm
That is a very good mentality to have.
Francis right now.
You're Francis, or whoever else you want to be. But that's real talk.
Yeah.
In real life, we fucking get lax in the wrong place. It can cost us our life.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
My legs are feeling heavy.
Of course you're feeling heavy. You've been lifting like your legs all this time and so fast.
Okay. Keep going.
We all know the best fighters can switch gears, meaning sometimes they're a certain speed and they abruptly change the speed. Sometimes they'll lure you to sleep.
So to control your speed, here's what you need to do. To learn to control the speed of your moves, which is very important because it can throw someone off, it can do a lot of things for you, is to be able to perform those motions that you want to perform, those strikes, at any speed. If you want to practice a front kick, as we said, as we called it, right, so that we can understand each other. If you want to practice that way of striking a surface with that kind of, that body part of yours, then you should make sure that you can absolutely do it without flaw at any speed. And that has its own challenges because if you do it very slowly, you will notice that the balance starts coming into play a lot more. You're going to start noticing that you are maybe wobbling a little bit. You might not be able to maintain your balance at certain stages of that motion. And that is exactly what you're trying to address and what you're trying to eliminate. And you will notice that if you do it fast, you start coupling it with retracting your movement. So that's a habit you have to eliminate. Or you start noticing that you are tensing far more than you should and in places that you shouldn't. Um, and then you also notice that when you do it fast, you also have this fear of impact, which you also have to eliminate, right? Because this fear of impact is going to keep you back from utilizing your full potential when it comes to that particular strike. It's the fear of impact that you have, not your opponent has.
Boom! And then change levels, change speeds. This drill does the same thing. It's called Furious 5 because you're gonna stand in front of me and you're gonna go round kick, boom, boom, okay? That's for power. The next we're gonna do 2 speed round kicks.
The problem with all these exercises, if they were to apply it in real life, and that is if they were to apply it, which that is not their purpose. Um, their purpose is to build stamina and precision and strength and all that shit, right? You are not meant to take these exercises literally as in, okay, now if somebody attacks me ever, or if I attack somebody, I'm gonna do left, right, left, right, left. Because, one, you cannot control completely how your opponent's body is going to react. You cannot control completely where your foot is going to land after a strike. If it lands, it should land. Spoilers. Um, and so, with all of these factors, you don't know what kind of defense you're going to be set up with. So, hoping that you're just gonna go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, real fast on somebody's body is not the point of the exercise. So, don't confuse that. And that goes for many, many exercises. And this is where many bad habits are built. And why? Because people don't decouple this exercise from what they really need to be doing, for example.
So boom, boom, pop, 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 pop.
Which is not to say that any of these two, fine gentlemen are doing that mistake.
As you go up, you go to 5. You're gonna love this drill, so this drill get you in really good shape. And it teaches you how to change speeds in your hips. So do a few slow. Give me power, power.
Okay, so I'll go.
No stopping. That's the difference of a martial artist and a fighter. The martial artist posing too much, making it too impractical.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, but when
Well, yes and no. My stance on stances, and my stance on whether you should be static or moving. I don't think the separation of of an athlete and a fighter comes from the use of forms or stances. I don't think that's where it comes from.
you get hit or stabbed with a fucking knife and you bleeding about to die, that shit ain't cool.
You should be adaptable to its situation. Not everything is going to be the same. So what the trainer is saying, where they're implying that just because you trained in this or that art where they promote a certain stance or whatever, doesn't mean that in every situation you should assume that stance. And that is also not what I'm saying when I, quote unquote, defend more traditional stances if the situation allows it. I talked about it extensively in another stream. So if you watched that, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, good luck. Just go and find it if you care. If not, whatever.
When you fighting, there's a practicality to it that's constant. And you gotta go.
Yeah.
Exactly. There is a practicality that is constant. That is true. Let's keep the half of this sentence. Let's keep there is practicality. Yeah. Most of the things that you're going to learn, hopefully, I don't know what the fuck you're going to learn, but in an ideal scenario, most of the things you're going to learn are going to have a practical application or a moment of practical application. Whether you choose to take it or not is up to you, or if you have the skill to do it, is up to you. And obviously, again, not every situation will have the same answer.
You got to think about the kick, what you're about to do next.
Yes, yeah, you're going.
So you will step into the next
Pivot.
kick. So
Yes, step into the target, strike through the target, all of that shit.
if your mind is thinking about the next technique, you won't step out of range. You'll step into it, and then with that one, you step into it.
What he's trying to describe is setting up your moves as you go, which again is what's going to allow you to perform certain things. And now, if you are skilled enough, you will, and if you are not confident enough, you won't.
Yeah.
Go, you got this. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 1.
The problem with this barrage of strikes is that if you notice somebody doing this, and you will notice it because of their body language, or I hope you will, I would, it can easily be countered, for example, with very simple things that are statistically prone to happen to you, such as the other person deciding that they don't give a fuck about that and they just fucking charge into you while you are kicking. What this will have as an effect is that maybe they get hit by the first kick, but by the time your brain is thinking they're going to do the next step of this combo, you're already flying off the ground. Um, Again, you cannot just assume how the target will react. And that is why every strike, and this is where I respect like that art that you know that part of like swordsmanship, Japanese swordsmanship, where it says that every strike should be a final strike, and you know they even go to the extent of like having the blade drawn and then back into the sheath because that's the one strike they need. That's it. Don't need anything else. That's the one strike. So you have to treat everything as that one strike, while also having the mental fluidity to adapt to what might not work for you or the way that you think it will. If you don't have that fluidity, but you stick to traditional forms such as resheathing your sword, you are fucked because the other person is going to kill you and your sword is going to be reaching for its scabbard, for example. And it's the same unarmed. Um, so there has to be like a kind of like constant monitoring of what's happening to you, to your opponent, and everything. It is hard, you know. It is difficult. It's not as easy as, oh yeah, I'll just step towards that person and start barraging them. Yeah, that the reason why this works most of the time is because the other person is also not a trained fighter, and so of course the cheat code is gonna work. You know, the button mashing is gonna work. The aggressive just do whatever the fuck is gonna work. That's the thing. That's like a cheat code because you have two problems. The first one is that martial artists don't really train themselves for fighting anymore. You know, they train themselves for cage fights or for, you know, sports. And the other problem is that the other guys who aren't trained are gonna button mash you. And if you're not trained, then you're gonna get overwhelmed very easily. Trust me. Like to put it this way, if you can tell, which you should be able to, that's something you should work on. If you can tell that your opponent does not understand fighting, right? It is better for you, even if you are extremely skilled and highly trained, to just quickly overwhelm them with normal consecutive punches and be done with it. That's how much of a cheat code this is. Literally spam them, like just fucking spam them one punch. Literally, boom, 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 like in the face, everywhere. Just, you know, why would you? You know, it's like a cheat code. Or fucking shoulder tackle them and go like, boom, done. You're down. I didn't need to do anything else. You know, and the same can be done to you, and that's why you should train so that it can't be done to you. You know, because it's like a fucking cheat code, and the way that you accomplish this is by very carefully studying and practicing and pushing yourself and making sure that your aim is true and making sure that your body can support its weight under all circumstances and make sure that this and that and this and that and all the fucking nuances of martial arts And that is what makes the difference between someone and the fighter.
1, 2, 3, boom, boom, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 5, 1, 2, 3.
All of these kicks, at worst, might crack a rib. Okay? But if you're gonna do it that telegraph and you crack my rib, and then I see that you're already raising your other leg, I'm gonna smash into you. I'm gonna take you to the ground, and then we'll see what happens. You know? And still I might lose. But what I'm trying to say is, why would you endanger yourself so much
4,
as the person doing the kicks?
5, 1.
Unless again, you understand that the other person is hopeless and then you just spam them because why not? But if you're gonna do that, why spam these kicks? Just spam punches in their face and you're done. Literally.
2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in control. Great work, especially for the first time when we kick. The whole power of the round kick is turning into the target. Don't lean back so much, because we go just.
You see, even the trainer tells Jesse, don't lean back. Lean into. Alright? Either neutral, so lean neither back, nor into, nor to the left, nor to the right. Right? Your upper body stays where the fuck it is, while the lower body is doing whatever the fuck you want it to do. You know, if you want, lean into or stay as you are. But stop with the retracting and stop with the throwing your body the other direction.
Just topple over at some point.
I can feel that.
Yes, yes. Great kicking.
A little bit
Great
different
kicking.
from the Thai boxing. I think.
Yes, yes. It's the same kick. You're mixing Thai with more of a karate-ish format. Or
These words are just nothing. Mixing this and that, it's all pointless. Just define where you're striking and how. Also define why.
a taekwondo-ish format.
Right. And when I went to Thailand, they told me it looked more like kickboxing.
Yes.
I snapped the kick.
Yes, well,
This snapping of kicks is detrimental to your strike strength and to your knee.
remember, I trained at the Satsupra Pra gym. Shout out to Satsupra Pra
So is retracting them.
in Bangkok, Thailand. Master Tycoon, we've been rocking together since the late 80s.
Wow.
So remember, my first art was Muay Thai. I know Muay Thai
Yeah.
well, but we merged the styles, especially for MMA.
Yeah.
You can't get tackled and the shit beat out of you. So one more time, give me one more. You got one more in you. You know how it is. One more time. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
This is no better than hitting an inanimate object. If you want actual training, you should tell your partner to start incorporating movement, defense, avoidance, and at the last stage, also counter-attacking when they see an opening.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, way to finish. But see, you seen that, Michael? The last two left. You did excellent. The last two kicks, you always I'm done and fell off. See? People, hey, put the camera on me, damn it. People are always consistent. Either you're a good guy or you're not. People are always consistent. Stop doing that to yourself. You did incredible. Last two goddamn reps, no reason for it. You just died off because you were done with it. Stay focused to the end. You have to finish.
That is also a very good
Glove it
attitude.
up. Gotta finish. That's very important.
It ain't
I'm
done
telling
until
you.
it's done, right?
Now, it haven't cost you anything, most likely. Someday it will. You're gonna be thinking about the black dude in Vegas telling you this shit. Stay locked the fuck in. That's it. Now, you're kind of pushing.
Yeah.
One motion, the whole body goes. It starts from the foot. As the foot pivots, this pelvic girl comes to me, arm the same goddamn time. Boom.
That is very true.
And don't leave it out there. I told you, same martial arts where you're posing doing kata.
Yeah.
You're fighting.
Again, don't snap it and don't overextend it. Don't put unnecessary strain on your ligaments and joints.
When the hip comes back, the punch.
Also, the straighter and more tense your arms or limbs in general are, the more prone they are to damage from a counterattack or a defense, and the more prone you are to being manipulated by a joint lock technique or whatever else you have.
Comes back. Let's go. Yes, that's the strike. Yes, it's way better. See a liver shot. Nah, your arm does not separate from the body. The arm stays with the body. Pretend
That
you're
is true.
shanking
Don't
someone.
fucking don't. There are moments where you can preposition or put yourself in a consequent position where you can, you know, charge back your attack. For lack of a better word, which is what Jesse is doing in the start
Strike.
here. You'll see him do.
Yes, it's more
Wait,
better. See a liver shot.
you see what he did? He kind of winded it up, right? That should be part of a general strategy. It should not be done like this.
Nah, your arm does not separate from the body. The arm stays with the body. Pretend you're shanking someone. And you just, boom, right there. Boom. Let's go. Come on. Yes, yeah, me.
If you're going to do that, you're gonna have to have amazing awareness to catch the other guy or person catching you telegraphing.
I need to shank more people.
Let's go.
And you can use movement and positioning to minimize their advantage, forcing them to defend that area instead of like attacking you,
No, if you're gonna stab someone,
which sets them up nicely for a follow-up.
you wouldn't stab them like this.
No?
You go.
Oh, shit.
You stab them.
Not anyone. Okay, okay.
Remember, I'm from LA in the Crip and Blood 80s. People got stabbed, motherfuckers got shot at. Police brutality was every day. It was a whole different world. Let's go.
Okay.
One more. Uppercut. Straight. Hook. Overhand. Hip. Go. Last one. Break it.
Left hand up.
Yes.
Keep that left hand up. Every time you throw this, you drop it down.
Yes.
You're fighting now, so you
Yes.
can't mess around.
Yes.
I've never actually even done the overhand.
Yes. That's used.
I mean, an overhead isn't that common. At the same time, it's not as like exaggerated as you would think, and in some cases, it can be useful.
Normally, if you fight a taller guy,
Yeah.
or if a guy is putting his hand too far out.
So it's like a hook, but from above.
Well, no, it's a hook comes across, overhand comes over and down. The hook comes like this, boom. The overhand comes like that, different angle. You're normally aiming for the temple with that shit.
An overhead would be used if somebody, for example, is coming at you with a straight strike, aiming for, let's say, your head, and you can override their arm with yours to deliver a strike over their extended hand into their head. Does that make sense? That is the kind of situation where I would use that shit. Which is the same to say for like maybe even a kick that is coming my head's way. Um, that would be harder, but it can be done. And this also implies that your other arm is also protecting from that incoming punch, right?
Shot.
Just in
You
case.
right.
You have your
keep
straight.
dropping your left hand. You throwing your right.
Yes,
Dropping down.
yes.
dropping
Remember,
this.
there's a rule in fighting, and I'm gonna say it bluntly. Whatever you do with one side ain't got shit to do with the other side. If I'm throwing this punch, it has nothing to do with this hand. So his hand's in position, boom, it stays in position.
Yes, it stays in position because it has to protect and it has to be available for your next strategy. But if your next strategy also involves a different, like, angle of attack, then you also. So, what I'm trying to say is that he's not saying always keep it up no matter what. He's saying if it's not doing anything, then it should be doing something. If you have no plan for it, then it should be protecting.
Okay?
In other words.
The recall of this punch is your next punch. That's why you can't have it down here. That's gonna take too far to get back to the target.
That is also very, very correct. And that is why retracting and like going all the way in, like there's a difference with going into the target and with overextending. Like it's not the same thing. When we say step into the target, that's more positioning than it is the strike itself, But when we say you overextended or you overreached with your punch or whatever, that has nothing to do with positioning other than you were at the wrong position, which means you had to overextend, which means you're doing it wrong to begin with. It has to do with extending your arm in such a way that it will, strain again the joint, the ligament is going to be snappy, which will put pressure on your joint. Like you don't need this stuff. You're also gonna be prone to it getting captured, getting locked, getting this and getting that.
Okay, the person you're fighting is gonna see it, and they're gonna punch the shit out of you.
Yeah,
or head kick the shit out of you.
Fight the tendency of this kind of thing.
It's my traditional karate punch, right?
Yes. But remember, even us traditional karate dudes, I took karate as a kid. I crossed over. I did Muay Thai. I did a lot of arts. You gotta know the difference out of doing katas and forms and all that versus fighting. It's a little.
Do not confuse kata and forms with me saying that it's possible to use stances and other telegraph stuff. Do not confuse that. I'm not saying you're going to learn a kata and then when you fight you're going to do the kata as it is. That's not what I'm saying.
No difference. You have to be able to bridge that gap. In karate, they do forms to show you the beauty and elegance of the art. But when you're fighting, no karate master is gonna fight you and go.
They're not showing you the beauty and the elegance of the art. They're showing you different possibilities simultaneously. It's observing somebody perform a kata is like them telling you here is an instruction manual of what can be done, if that makes sense. So when, for example, they do these weird like double defenses and all that shit, it's not meant to say that's how you defend. It's meant to say, this is a type of motion that we have, and it can be used to defend this and that. They're not trying to tell you this is how you fight, but they're trying to tell you, look at all those motions that can be incorporated.
They're not gonna do that.
But I can be the first.
No,
They demonstrate positioning, movement, awareness, flow, and other things more than they're demonstrating that's how you fight. You fight by doing ha, hu, So keep that in mind, because even so, a lot of people confuse it with, that's how you would fight, or that's what it means to assume a stance and perform a technique. They are absolutely different and separate things, and honestly, it is difficult to incorporate correct stances or stances the correct way and the motions that those prime you up for. It's extremely difficult, but hey, do you want to be a fighter or not, at the end of the day? Because again, the cheat codes exist.
The reason why it hasn't been done is because 99.99% of the time you get knocked the fuck out with your hands down doing that. The best thing
Yes, you will. That's why you have to incorporate it, as he says, into a general strategy and not on its own.
you can have as a fighter is great eyes and great footwork. Those will put you in position. And a guy with great eyes is going to see anything that you cock, that you show versus throw. And the moment you show it.
By great eyes, he doesn't necessarily mean good eyesight. Fortunately for us, the way that humans work, they catch movement, right? So we catch movement. That made it sound like I'm a fucking alien. But no, you catch movement more than you catch shapes. If your mind is clear and you're aware and focused, you will catch a lot with your eyes. That's what this guy means when he says good eyes. Like, be perceptive. Be at inner peace, because if you have thoughts going through your head in that moment, you will delay several, precious nanoseconds.
He's either going to move or he's going to strike. And that's the problem with having the opposite hand down. When you show this, the left hook's already coming. The right hot kick's already coming. He's going to be throwing. And you'll be throwing your technique if the opposite hand's down. Right before you land, it'll hit you. And the shots you don't see are the most damaging.
The easiest way to fight somebody is to get them on their flaws, right?
Yes.
So if you're doing something, I see you drop your hand for a second, I'm like, oh, I want to set that technique.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to get him to throw that.
Yeah.
Because because he's not going to change overnight.
No, yeah.
You know, that's muscle memory.
Yeah.
right.
So that muscle memory is going to stay there. That's how I'm going to use. That's what I'm going to use to plot. My
And especially
strategy.
imagine he's going to tell the guy he's
Muscle memory is your enemy when it comes to martial arts. Because let's say that you train and very well so at like I don't know anything that you saw, right? Like these consecutive kicks they're doing, and let's say that you're doing it for a good reason. You want to build stamina and all that. Cool, all right. But now in a fight, like your muscle memory is gonna kick in. So that's why it's part of why we say, hey, you have to have a clear mind. It includes clearing your thoughts from any habits that you had during training as well, like such
Training.
things.
Every time you throw that right hand, this hand goes down. Step to his right and just throw your right hand hard as you can. He's gonna step here with your hands gonna be up. You're gonna throw this punch, boom, and run to a knockout shot. Do the shit the way you're supposed to do it. Let's go. Come on, man. Jab. More relaxation. More naturalness. 1, 2. See, don't pause. 1, 2. I ain't say 1, 2. I said 1, 2. I'm speaking the way you're supposed to be punching. I'm doing it on purpose. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I didn't say 1, 2, 3. I said 1, 2, 3. Punch the same cadence. Yes. You can't pause. When I jab, you got time from here to here to hit me. If my hand comes back, you block. So don't hesitate. Anytime you're doing the counter punch, always remember this. The slipping is the first beginning of that counter. It's not like it's 2 different moves. So it's not like you're gonna slip, stop, then punch. The slip is the
That is true. Everything is everything. It's not that the slip is the punch. Is the slip is the punch. Is the defense. Is the lock. Is the ground techniques. Is the stance. Is the next hit. Is everything. Everything is everything. That is the thing.
fucking start of the punch. Let's go.
There cannot be any stop. It is like you're going. When you're going, you're going. And remember, it's not done until it's done.
Go. That's it. 1, 2. Extend that. I ain't say 1/2, 2. I said 1. He giving me half. I need 1. Come on.
slow.
We got 30 seconds. Let's fucking go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. Quit stopping. 1, 2, 3, 2. Let it flow. Quit stopping on that 3. Come on. That's it. One more time. Break it. Feet getting too wide.
Did you notice how exhausting it is to land consecutive punches in the manner that is asked from Jesse? This is why we would spend in training a lot of time. Just go to a punching bag, preferably one that is stable and is not going to move, and start striking it. Throughout, keep breathing properly. Normal breath. So 4 inhale that is, 4 keep, 4 exhale, 4 nothing. Repeat that pattern consistently and start striking. Regardless of your breathing pattern, start striking. Don't stop, just keep striking. Doesn't matter what strike it is, just keep striking. And I will shit you not when I say that I have seen somebody collapse trying to do that. It is hard, but it is very important because what the guy says, the trainer, is paramount. You cannot stop,
And he putting the rear foot in the rear.
which means you have to be able to strike under normal circumstances, which means you have to be breathing and you're striking, right? You're not stopping, you're just striking. You're going in like punch, 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 and you're breathing, and you keep going, and you're controlling your breath, and you're still doing it.
Rear. I seen it, but Bell
It's a very good exercise.
started rear. I'm trying to make him throw this shit.
What you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. He's 1, 2, 3, 2. Like you should be doing this. See, what you're doing
Your foot's getting
is you're
wider
doing
and
this,
bringing it in.
and you're doing. This is how you're punching. When you're last, you're doing like that.
Yeah.
And so you're doing this, and your power is leaking out the
there.
back.
Yes.
You're not getting
Moving your
on
feet
your
with your
power.
hands.
You're doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're taking away from your power.
That's right. And that's why you felt
That's a good catch there from Mr. White. I didn't notice if Jesse was doing that, but if you're doing that, don't. When we say push the ground with your foot to punch, we don't mean put your feet, like slide your feet backwards. We mean actually helping with the stepping into the strike.
And your first thing, you're stepping all the way up here before you jab it.
Yeah.
Instead of just being on.
Yeah.
So it's like bop, 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 bop. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I fully agree with Mr. White's observations here.
See
Hands and
this?
feet, everything
When
works
you
in
do this,
symmetry. Everything works together.
not contact, right? Not this.
Yep. Yep.
Boom. You see how
Yes. Yes.
I'm going over
Exactly.
my power? Boom.
Exactly.
My hips go forward, not this. Because it
Exactly.
looks pretty, but no, but it's I'm not driving off of this.
That's right.
No.
That's what it is.
And since you're fighting someone, you have intent of hurting them. We put all the force through them, not 70% there, 30% there.
Depends, because that would be in the case of, again, as I said, one strike, one kill kind of mentality, where you are certain that this next hit is going to absolutely land and absolutely defeat the other person. It's not always going to be the case. This is up to you to decide,
Everything you throw goes.
because there might be moments when you might want to, for example, test the waters or cause a reaction. And in that case, or if you're counting on a reaction, and in that case, you wouldn't want to put all your strength into that strike, because that also has some, consequences if it goes wrong, right?
Goes to the target. You're trying to, hurt them as soon as possible or as much as possible. In your
That is true.
competition, there's no elbows, right? It's just punches and kicks.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's go. Jab. Throw the jab better. Jab. No, every time I say jab, you cannot show it. If you show it, no one's gonna. Remember.
That is very correct. A jab, as they call it, a simple punch, right? So the simple act of using your two innermost knuckles, right, from your hand for a direct strike, a straight line strike into the target's like front facing target areas, let's say. So a jab. But please decouple the name from the function, because you need to understand functions and not names, right? You need to understand purpose and how to facilitate it, or the result rather. So if he knows his shit, he's going to do a 45 degrees here, here, and here strike, and not more, without overextending the arm.
Throw it. Don't show it.
Okay.
You're taking too big of a step, and that's what's.
Just
You're
move.
coordinated. You're doing this. That's what it is. Instead of doing that.
Like
Just
you said, little.
I guess the
2
thing is, I just try to have power, so I'm
Yeah,
kind
it
of
don't matter. First of all, that power ain't gonna fucking matter, and you stopping your power anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, the more you stop, the more you isolate, the less power you're gonna have. You gotta go from here. The Bruce Lee quarter-inch punch is here. He didn't go, ah! I can see it, you ain't never gonna land that shit. No one in the fucking world with any balls and any fighting ability is gonna let someone do this.
No.
You're already fucking hit.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
And if they don't hit you, they're simply gonna move.
It depends if you've set it up or not, but from neutral, no, you're not going to do that.
The jab comes from there. It don't go from there, and this is less power because you're separating this bicep and this shoulder.
Let me show you something then. Here we go again. Where is paint? There goes paint. Here it comes. So similar to the kick that I showed you, here is like the equivalent of the punch, right? So you're gonna do. This is like, let's say, where your arm is, and you want to do. Wait. Let's say this is your arm, right? And you want to do hit a target here. It's very close range, by the way. So what happens is, it should look like this, not more. It's literally extending this part and this part to hit a target. And this is the maximum angle. And there are many reasons for that. Again, exposure, tendons, ligaments, don't want stress, don't want to strain more than you have to, right? This strike is just this forward motion, and this is 45 degrees across. Okay? That's the most you want, right? That's the most you want. And it looks weird if done right. It doesn't look so nice as the typical, you know, punch. It doesn't look as nice, but it looks quite goofy actually. And I've shown this, so if you watched my videos, you know it. But it looks kind of goofy and short range. That's because it is. So you know, it's more like this. Again, 45, right? Degrees. Okay, not more. And there is no retraction. Anyway, I just wanted to show you.
From the rest of all that weight you just generated.
Don't take a big step, Jesse.
Just
because you're coordinating your feet and your hands, and I see you're taking a big step. And when you take that big step like this, you're telegraphing.
jab. See, that's
That is also why you don't need to actually take the step. Like you have, so energy conservation and readability. These two you need to mind all the time.
a strong punch. Jab, jab, jab.
So
That's a strong punch. Jab.
you should not, like he's already leaning and this is too straight. If his target was this, he should be one magnitude of body closer. He should be here. I know, it's very scary, honestly, because you are close to your opponent. That is something you have to work on. You must not be afraid to go in. If you don't want to go in, you will use your legs. But yeah, arms are short range.
Jab,
You shouldn't try to make them long range.
jab.
Unless through positioning, of course, but and other things like that. But yeah.
That's it. That's way better than the one before. The
But
other
yeah,
one
it's better than what he tried before, that's for sure.
before was slower, stiffer, and didn't even have the same force. Let's go. Give me a jab. Kick. Heesh. Knee. Heesh. Get that knee up. The knee comes with. Get that knee up. You said you did top boxing. Give me a goddamn top knee. Heesh. Yes. It can come straight. But remember, the first one, by the way, you would have kneed me in my balls, man. A knee don't go like this.
No, it doesn't. It goes. It's the same principle. It's the same principle as the kick that I showed you earlier. Except now the strike is the raising of the thigh, right? And it is a front, a straight line, I should say, strike. It's not coming from below. You're not fighting gravity. It's a straight. Let's see if he's gonna say.
Knee is like a spear. It
Yes, it is like a spear, precisely.
always comes this.
It's also very close range because knees and elbows are something you would use if you are too close for even hand strikes. So really close.
Angle, this angle, and every top fight you're talking about.
Also, he is telegraphing it so much. I can tell when he's going to do it because he's raising his hands. Look.
This angle, and every top fight you're
You see?
talking about.
Look. You see? Look at this.
Angle, this angle, and every top fight you're talking about.
Motherfucker, you said it yourself. If I see you doing that, I'm kicking you in the nuts. Legit. You're gonna get a straight kick into your nuts. And it's not gonna fight gravity, it's gonna be a spear. That's like you said.
He is there. It ain't.
But he is very correct. It is not like that.
There's no force in there, and you hit him low. So when I say knee, push off. Kick, punch, kick, knee, kick. That kick I come faster. That knee was good though. Kick, too slow. The
My
reason
God.
that knee was good though. Kick.
He's so off balance here. Granted, Jesse in these demonstrations, he's not comfortable. He's being recorded. He's being exposed to strangers in the same ring. He has to fight everything that he knows already to try something new. There's lots of going on here. But that doesn't mean I can't use it as an example. But if you see the lines, if you picture lines, oh my God. No, absolutely not. The hand placement, everything is horrible. And you will notice,
Kick! That kick got come faster. That knee was good though. Kick!
focus at this foot, right? First of all, he's not stepping into it.
Kick! That kick got come faster. That knee was good though. Kick!
Right? He's not stepping into it. It is very predictable. It is very unsafe. This is too exposed to him. Like, yeah, but again, like, I've shown how to twist on your back foot's ball to perform that, and how to twist your waist at the last moment to perform a side kick.
Too slow. The reason why, here's what you're doing. I want to see if you can feel it. Your body's turning and the leg's not coming. When your body turns, the leg must come simultaneously. Come on, man. Give me a talk. You talking about Thailand? He didn't realize
7 days.
He didn't realize we grew up in Thailand. I've been on Thailand since I was a fucking kid. Let's go. Come on. That's better. Come here. Turn. That's the first one you did right. That's a good fucking kick. Come on. I need 2 more like that. The rule is if you can't do it 3 times, you can't do it. Third one. Let me see it. Punch. Let's kick. Break it.
Do me a favor real quick. So since that's the last one, I want you to watch this.
Yeah.
And can you get on this side? This is, can you stand right here?
Me.
Right? I just want you to get his whole body. Okay? I want you to do 1, 2. Just have it do 1, 2. And I want you to look at this. Because what it is, again, what I'm talking about is muscle memory. And since you're really fighting sometimes, this is very important. This is something that you're going to need to work on. So just
One,
call
two.
out the 1, 2s, right?
Okay.
And I want you to watch. I want you to watch this. I'm not even going to say anything.
Hey, remember, no anxiety. I know we're in a mental health era, but you training. This is what we love to do. This is who we are. So there's no anxiety about that. Blow it out, relax, and flow. Let's go.
It doesn't have to even be 100%. It's just
So your technique.
Because it's, like I said, muscle memory, and you see what your tendencies are.
So
I
your
just want you to
technique.
be able to look
Come
back on this and be able to critique yourself.
It's like walking your dog in the park on a Sunday evening. This is nothing. Let's go.
Just some 1, 2s.
You are. So I mean, you can do. Basic 1, 2. Let's go. Hit. Good. Nice breathing. Hit. 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 Hit.
Now, when you watch this again, I want you to look at what you're doing. I was pointing down at it. So when you review this,
Yeah.
every time you were punching, you were doing what I was saying. This heel is doing this.
To his
You're
defense, he
taking
was
all the
doing it a
power
bit
off your
less,
punch.
though.
Yes.
You split your
Your
body.
hip cannot turn. If you do this, watch, my hip can't turn.
If they're in front of you, all your force and energy goes this
Into
way.
it.
It don't split. The moment your foot goes back as you're punching, you just split your power. You may have split it 30-70. You may have split it 60-40. You may have split it 50-50. That just goes by the willingness of you trying to hit this dude. But still, it's still wrong because you're losing at least 1/3 of that explosiveness and power. That 1/3 could be a knockout. It could be a dazedness dude, or it could be pissing him off. Last one, Mr. Muay Thai.
I was there 1 week. All right.
Okay, well, see? Well, clarify. You talking about, in Thailand, like he know. I'm like, I've been going to Thailand for 30 years. They took your money and just hustled you.
Probably.
They don't give a fuck about Americans or Europeans. They get money. Unless you know them for a long time, I guarantee. By the way, in Thailand, the story of Thailand, not hating on Thailand, I love Thailand.
Yeah.
If you're not training with the Thai champions, you're not getting real training. So if they got you in a class full of Americans, Europeans, they just having fun with you.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do, the Thai drill, everyone does. 25 kicks. Bing, 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 bing. I'm gonna count it, you do it. This is in the spirit of Thailand right here.
All right.
What leg you want to kick with first, sir? We're
Right.
doing round kicks.
Yeah.
Right leg. Let's go. 25. I'm counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, faster. 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on, fall away.
This is nothing. This accomplishes nothing other than repetitions. You might as well do aerobics. They will do a better job with less strain on your limbs.
20, 21,
This is
22,
nothing.
23, 24, 25. Yes. Get out there having a kicking like this. Kick to the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit, kick to the target. Don't, if you're leaning away, you're still splitting your power. A lot of your force is going up versus into the target.
That, however, is correct.
Same problem as with the hand.
Yes. Let's go, sir. You young and vibrant. Let's go.
Jet lagged.
Oh, I want to hear it.
I gotta have an excuse.
Oh, well, ain't no excuses. Hey, here with the real brothers, the TWT, the Wakanda team. We don't want to hear no excuses. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 14. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Good. Way to finish strong. Hey, about the first 5, you were very inaccurate. You kicked my elbow a little bit, your foot maybe a little bit. No problem.
Sorry.
But after that, no problem. I'm okay. My body's like steel. I don't look like it, but it is. But the last like 17, or let's say last 15, very good.
Okay.
Stay locked in.
Let's try to
Great
think
work.
about your feedback.
Yeah, and the last few were better, so it's a good thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys for coming by. You guys rock, man.
And now, there's only one thing left.
What is that? I wonder. A fight, okay.
So this is just a local tournament, and the rules allow punches, kicks, and knees, which is exactly what I practiced with Coach Cooper. My only goal now is to see if I can use these moves in an actual fight. Whether I win or lose is not up to me. All I can control is my own effort, and the outcome will be whatever the universe decides. All I can do is remember everything that I've been taught.
Okay, let's fucking go.
It's all about pacing. He has very good power, but the trick is not to use it too much. So we try to keep him cool and calm, and then explode when the moment is right, and then come back down in the pace again.
Hey, let's see. Nice. That was a nice overhead. That was a nice overhead. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. That's what I was talking about with the foot, the possibility of using an overhead for the foot. Because the other guy, if you noticed, he did the mistake that I said. Look. You see what I mean? Oop, it went over. That was horrible execution of a kick. Because he had no defense anywhere. A lot of things leave me with question marks so far, I'm just not commenting.
When the first round ends, I feel like I had some great moments in there, despite using a little bit of karate at the end. But my brother reminds me that there are 2 rounds left, and anything can happen. As the second round starts, my opponent suddenly... As the second...
Yeah, that's why, like, if here... This accomplishes nothing. As I said, this accomplishes nothing. But if it was done the way that I said it should be done, that would have definitely caused some damage here.
As the second round starts, my opponent suddenly starts outboxing me, and my karate instincts kick in. After
My karate instincts... Dude, use what you know.
landing 2 rock-solid side kicks to his midsection, I notice that my body kicks are working, so I decide to double down on those. Unfortunately, this makes me predictable, and that's when my opponent sees...
Yes. Segregating things into styles and then your muscle memory, your brain's muscle memory going, oh, that style, I've practiced it a long time. I'm gonna revert to just doing only 30% of what I know. You're fucked.
sees his opportunity. Despite keeping my guard up, I get hit on the side of the head and everything starts spinning. For the first time in my life, I get a standing count. This was not part of the plan, but now my opponent smells blood, and the rest is history. I guess it's true what they say. Everyone's got a plan, until they get punched in the temple.
I might not be the next Francis Ngannou, but I guess there can only be one.
Understand that there are no limits except for the limits we put on ourselves. I know it's cliche, you hear it all the time, but it's the truth. I wouldn't be here if I believed that there were limitations, man. And I really feel that no one is special. Michael John White, myself, Francis Ngannou, whoever you love, Michael Jordan, Brad Pitt, whoever you love, no one is special. We all have the same light burning inside of us, and what we do with that light, the way we make that light grow and extend throughout us into the world shows our influence.
I fully agree.
There are influential people, but they're just like us, and it's up to us to know that we have no limits and our potential is endless, and then exercise that until we get what we want. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very good attitude to have. All right, that was a very nice video. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed like wow. Why is it? I wasn't viewing adult content. Is it because of the? Oh my god! I have to relog. Either way, it's been now 2 hours, and I have fulfilled my purpose of the Saturday. Of this Saturday, sorry. And we have more to watch, which are part of my backlog, which I haven't cleared, and I am going to clear with you. So next Saturday, we're going to look at one of these little babies over here and analyze those as well, you know, until I'm done. And then I'll go back to my other backlog, which is the Warrior of Light versus the Commander from Guild Wars. And then the other backlog, which is my own, like, martial arts, like, stuff that I want to share. And then there is also another backlog, and oh my god, I need a lot of Saturdays. Which is good because it means we're gonna be here for a long ass time. You and I and no one else. Anyways, have an amazing Saturday. I hope you had fun. I hope it was food for thought, if nothing else, or inspiration, if nothing else, or motivational, if nothing else. And if it wasn't, whatever, you don't have to watch. And yeah, it's also gonna be on YouTube, where you can go to the channel that I have linked in my fucking Twitch page, and you can watch this shit. And if you're on YouTube, you can do the opposite and come and watch me live and blah blah blah. Every now and then I allow myself to fucking say all that shit because